Some of the most honest things get said when people think they're just talking to themselves.
Raise y'all damn hand if y'all want to go back to segregation. Because Martin Luther King, all you should have did was roll the hell over and told Loretta about that damn dream. Because this is a mess right here. Nobody's safe. Everybody hates black people. Every race on this planet hates black people. Children not even safe to go around their so-called friends to enjoy the luxuries of a boat ride or some beautiful water. They can't even make it back home alive. Can't even go to the store and try to be a young, responsible adult and shop for themselves without getting killed, getting shot in their damn back. Can't even defend themselves when somebody is getting ready to cause bodily harm without getting 35 fucking years in prison. This is some bullshit. It's to the point I don't even want to eat crackers no more. I don't even want my kids to eat crackers. Matter of fact, ain't no more crackers allowed in my motherfucking house. If we got chicken salad or some tuna salad, go toast some bread. No crackers allowed. Because, whoo-wee, segregate us, please. We will not damn complain.
Okay. What? I mean, now y'all can just separate me. Just don't block the resources and we straight. What's she talking about, man? Now, she didn't say leave us alone so we can build something and nothing like that. She said separate us, divide, but keep the pipeline open. And that's clearly not independence. I don't even have to prove anything for that. That's a negotiated dependency with better branding. And I want you to notice how the people, you know, who think like this, who spent all this time calling talk of self-reliance racist, suddenly go quiet when the condition is keep the money flowing. Ideology only works in one direction, man. Now, I want you to watch how fast the conversation jumps from resources to something a little more physical.
I know this gonna be controversial and definitely ruffle some feathers, man. But this just from my observation, I don't know. I honestly don't think the majority of white people know how to throw fisticuffs well. I ain't saying none of y'all don't know how to throw fisticuffs, but I believe the majority of y'all don't know how to throw fisticuffs the right way. That's from my observation, I guess from personal experience and, you know what I'm saying, and seeing the videos here on TikTok. I mean, I've seen some where, where the white person got the upper hand on another race of person or another, on a black person. But other than that though, majority of the videos I've seen, y'all be getting y'all ass handed to y'all, man. Well, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? But yet, a lot of them, I ain't saying it's all y'all, but enough of them be coming up under my posts when I post some shit. You know what I'm saying? And had them old bigot ass comments under my posts and shit. I always talking they shit though. I always hiding behind some shit. Most of you motherfuckers ain't shit without a pew in your hand, man. For real. Or if it's just a crowd of y'all, you feel me? I'm just saying, we black folks, we be out here throwing fisticuffs all the time. Y'all see it, and we can throw them motherfuckers, boy. For real. I'm just saying, this just from my observation, man. I mean, I know I'm gonna catch hell from this, but it's my observation, man. I don't give a fuck what people think about it. I'm just showing you what I see from my observation, period.
This is the same energy that celebrates toughness in the abstract, but never wants to talk about who actually shows up when a fist start flying. It's easy to talk tough on camera. I can agree with that. It's much harder to look at the patterns and who ends up in the hospital and who ends up making a content about it. Reality has a body count. Rhetoric doesn't. All right. From tough talk to a classroom where the tough talk doesn't really help at all.
These kids are leaving high school and going to college and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I literally broke down in the middle of class. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it. Our young black men, our young brown men, our young black girls, and our young brown girls, these kids are leaving.
Man, this is sad. 17 and 18 years old. Hey, what am I talking about? Living in, an era of life where they're supposed to be digesting the most information possible. Getting ready to leave high school, and they can't complete a modeled sentence. This isn't a funding issue at this point. This is the final product of years of lowered bars, of, excused failures and adult fear of demanding competence. The same voices that scream about, equity somehow never scream when the kids can't read the equity statement. Soft expectations produce hard consequences. And as you can see, the kids are the ones carrying them. Now, a man from the generation that lived through the shift is he's asking for something most people won't give.
I want an apology. I want an apology right now from all you old school black parents. I want an apology. And I ain't talking about you talking about 50. I'm 51. No, I'm talking about you black parents that are 75 and older. All you old black folk that's 75 and older, I want an apology. If I would have talked back to my mama, she would have uppercut, slapped me, said you can, she would have did that. Tiger, she would have did that. See, if I would have dared cross my eyes at my daddy, I would have got a psycho crusher. My daddy would have slung me across the wall. It would have looked like when Loki attacked Thanos and he picked him up. He said, you should choose your words wisely. You remember that scene from Avengers Infinity Wars? You remember that? Yeah, I do. See, I had a black mama and a black daddy that told me on Sunday morning, it's time for church. Matter of fact, if they told you that, the belt was coming. If they told you something they felt you should know, you got swung on. And white parents was like that too now. I ain't talking about them city folk. I'm talking about country, Johnston, kids. I'm talking about North Carolina here. You ain't from North Carolina, you ain't gonna know. See, you don't know about Johnston County white folk. See, I ain't talking about Wade County whites. Yes, Carrihead, Mooresdale, and Raw there. I ain't talking about them white folk. I'm talking about Johnston County white folk. I'm talking about Bertie County white folks. I'm talking about Halifax County white folk. See, them the white folk that swung on their kids too. Had the rebel flag and everything, but you know what? They worked with your daddy, and if you got smart in that house, that white man with the rebel flag tore your hind part up and told your daddy, who was the former Black Panther, what you did, and your daddy said, I'm gonna beat him, you get the left cheek, I'll get the right cheek when he get home. I look at these kids now. We were the kids that was done that, and you allow these kids to run wild. Heard a little black boy yelling at his mama. She yelling back. I'm like, oh my goodness. He raised his voice at his mom. I got a flashback. Kids talking down to their daddy. What in the world? And I'm talking about, it didn't matter if their daddy was in the house back in the days or not. You didn't disrespect your daddy. What in the world? White folk. These what's y'all? You didn't, country folks didn't have it. Your daddy wore any type of camo. If you a white boy and your daddy wore camo, that's a backhand special. You ran your mouth. Ain't like that no more. Lord help us.
Oh, man. He said, I want an apology from the black parents who were parents in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. And he's talking about looking at the kids now. He's not asking for money. He's just asking for ownership, you know. The generation that raised kids with belts and curfews is looking at the generation that raised kids with feelings and phones. Now, I was definitely raised in the 90s, and the difference is loud. Accountability is not hate, you know, pretending every outcome is somebody else's fault is. And the people who push that mindset the hardest still act surprised when the results show up in the classroom and in the streets. And you know what? Speaking of results, this next one is about what actually builds something that lasts.
Detroit never needs a reason to celebrate Black entrepreneurship, but this month we are making it official. Supporting a Black-owned business can be as simple as making one purchase, planning one visit, or sharing one referral. Every dollar spent here helps strengthen our neighborhoods and our local economy. This August, find a Black-owned business in your neighborhood. Show up, shop local. Join us in supporting Detroit's Black-owned businesses throughout August and all year long.
Now I'm going to say what these women need to come out and be saying instead of what they just said. What these women need to be saying is, hey, Black-owned businesses, make sure that people want to come to your business. Make sure that when they do come shop at your business, they have an experience that makes them want to come back. Build a business that's worth shopping at. Build a restaurant that's worth eating at. Build a service that's worth people using. Build a valuable business. Go bring value to people. When people come to your business, they should get value. That's what these women should be saying. They're talking to the consumers, trying to tell consumers to go shop at Black businesses. It's backwards. They need to be talking to Black business owners, telling them, hey, you need to create something that's worth people coming to. You need to have a service that makes people want to share it with others because it genuinely helped them. You need to create a restaurant that people want to come back to. They want to be back in that environment. They want to eat that food. They want to feel and enjoy that service again. These are the things that Black leaders need to be telling Black businesses. They need to be telling the businesses to be worth something instead of telling the customers to go to the businesses. Again, it's backwards, but there are a lot of things, no offense, that are backwards in the Black community that we need to fix. This right here is a perfect example. They're talking to the wrong people. We need to be telling businesses that they need to be worth shopping at and doing business with. They should be focused on bringing as much value as possible. That's the conversation that needs to be had. That's all I got for now. Don't forget I have a free email newsletter. The link is in my profile. When you click the link in my profile, it'll look like this. Scroll down there where it says my email newsletter. Tap that. There'll be a little section for you to drop your email in. Just drop it in there, hit subscribe, and you'll start getting my morning updates. So that's it. I'll see you in the next one.
Now, this is the part that makes certain people uncomfortable because it removes the emotional shortcut. Nobody owes your business a purchase because of who owns it. Customers owe themselves a good product, good service, and a really good reason to come back. The moment the conversation shifts from support us because to earn it because the real builders get separated from the slogan merchants. The slogan merchants hate that separation. And finally, the people who built an entire brand off policing other people's morals.
Black Lives Matter took all that money, honey, and didn't do anything for the Black community. I'm going to keep bringing that up. $100 million plus, and they donated money to the L, the G, the B, the T, and the Q, especially to that T. Oh, they was donating to the T. To the T. It's great to want to help Black communities or marginalized communities. It is a good thing, but don't take the money and give it to an evil organization while you pretending like you are the good guy. That is a problem I have with this Heidi Byrick. I still say she got a very deep voice. I tried to find out if she was just somebody who identifies a certain way. I'm not, I'm just saying, I'm like, dang, her voice deep. But anyway, that's what's happening to Miss Heidi. SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, Black Lives.
Now, they sold moral superiority for decades. Then the book open. So the same organization that made its living labeling regular people as threats was allegedly routing money through the same networks it claimed to expose. Now we know, allegedly. When the people who trade in outrage get caught in a quiet transaction, the outrage suddenly has a different target. Hypocrisy doesn't care what color the letterhead is. That's all I'm saying. So let's go ahead and look at the full picture for a second. Demand for separation that still requires the resources. Tough talk that seemingly never matches the scoreboard. Kids who can't read, leaving a system that spent years refusing to tell them the truth. Then you got a generation asking for an apology that most people would rather refrain than give. Businesses are now being told to earn instead of demand. And an institution that preached purity while the money moved in the opposite direction. None of this is complicated once you stop protecting its narrative. You know, people will give you every reason under the sun why the results look like this. Very few will sit with the possibility that the results are exactly what the approach produced. That standard is not a feeling. That standard is fruit. So, if this one sat with you different, I want you to write fruit in the comments. I want to see how many people actually caught it. And then I'm going to leave you with Matthew 7:16. You will know them by their fruits. Please be safe. Go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.